Yesterday the government released its latest report on homelessness, showing that although the trend has decreased since 2017, there are still 3,130 people who are on the streets in one day. However, figures obtained from councils by the BBC suggest that number could be up to 25,000. That's up to 6 times more than the government's report. Andrew Hammond, a Salvation Army officer in Falmouth, said that the trend is important.
Today's published report shows that rough sleeper population has decreased by about 76% since 2016. So that is a significant improvement. Lots of people will talk about are those figures justified, etc. I personally would say the trend is probably the more important aspect.
The numbers were recorded between October and November, but don't count people sofa surfing or in hostels. Westminster had the highest number of rough sleepers, with the average person being 26 and male. Rough sleeping rose dramatically during austerity, increasing by 141% to the current number. The government brought in the Rough Sleeper Initiative in 2018, and the trend has dropped since then. The South West was the only region where homelessness increased. One homeless man in Falmouth, who asked to be anonymous, said the community is kind, but wants the government to do more.
I'd like to see him doing a lot more for the women that are on the street. You just started a women's hostel over there in Falmouth, but they're meant to be taking it away in April. I don't see the sense in that. And just basically more housing for us, really. I only live in a caravan, so I don't live in a place I've got a place of my own, it's my caravan. But apart from that, I think they should do more buildings for homeless.
For Mr Hammond, it's good to see the issue in the news and in politics.
I'm pleased that the government is saying it's going to invest, I believe, over £200 million. I think they're all important aspects. But you know what I personally believe is that rough sleeping is a very complex nature. It's an issue. And although we have seen a reduction since 2017 of the number of rough sleepers, even one is too many.
The Prime Minister announced £236 million to go towards helping people get off the streets yesterday, but there's still a lot to be done to tackle rough sleeping. This has been Kira Taylor reporting for The Lighthouse.